morning, everyone. My name is Alaina Keel, and I'm a proud breast cancer survivor of almost 2 years. I'm honored to be with you all today and share a bit of my story. 2 years ago, I thought of myself as your typical 20-something. I was living my defining decade to its fullest, challenging myself at work, prioritizing my faith life, joining new gyms and rec teams, making time to date, and spending time with friends and family. Life was good and life was normal. Then, things took a surprising turn. I noticed a lump in my breast on a day in 2023. I don't know which day. I wish I could tell you that I noticed the lump and immediately called my doctor's office, but that's not what happened. All I know is that by October 2023, it had become apparent enough to me that I finally thought enough of it to tell my best friend. My annual wellness visit with my doctor was coming up at the end of November, and I had a plan to mention it there. The lump was a passing thought. Just as quickly as my fingers lingered over the change in terrain, my mind would effortlessly jump to my everyday stressors and the next task on my ever-full to-do list. When my wellness visit rolled around, I shared my concern with the nurse, and she gave me a gown to dress out in. Had I not said something, I would not have gotten a breast exam that day. As I directed my doctor to the lump, she immediately confirmed that she'd felt what I had. She referred me for diagnostic imaging, and a week later, on December 3rd, I was ushered back and forth between mammography and radiology as I received mammograms and ultrasounds, followed by a biopsy. 3 days later, I was back in my doctor's office as she informed me that she had some tough news to share with me. My fear from the past few days became my immediate reality. I held my dad's hand as I received my diagnosis: breast cancer. The following month was full of meetings with new doctors, more imaging and tests, research, and treatment prep. I learned I would be a surgery-first case, and that my only option was one or two. Take one breast or both, unilateral or double mastectomy. If it weren't for it being my own body and intimate parts, it could have almost sounded like I was selecting from a menu, one with very bad options. But what happened to be what I needed to do to save my life. My pages of questions and aptly named booby binder accompanied me to my appointments, as I did everything I could to prepare myself for the months of treatment I was about to undergo: surgery, fertility treatments, chemotherapy, and radiation. The painful decision-making, the feeling of helplessness, the stress, the unknown, the physical tolls and changes that a breast cancer diagnosis and its subsequent treatment surely brought me. Those were all the early days of the bad and the ugly of cancer, but I won't let it overshadow the good. I have seen God's love for me in new ways. I've grown closer to family members and had deeper conversations with friends. I hug my loved ones tighter. I see the sun coming up when I'm on my way to work and say to myself, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." I have a newfound ability to not sweat the small stuff, and I have also been welcomed into this beautiful community of breast cancer survivors. Women who are loving, empowering, and share their stories with vulnerability and bravery in hopes to help the next woman along. There is always someone there to talk about surgeries, compare lists of medications, commiserate over side effects, provide a list of products they found helpful during treatment, and chatter endlessly with about how we can't wait for our hair to grow back and just look like ourselves again in this new normal. Cancer survivors have had strength forced upon us. We get by with a little help from God, treatment teams, families, friends, one another, and the life-saving research funded by organizations like the American Cancer Society. To my fellow survivors, thank you for being here today to lift one another up and show one another that we are not alone. We truly are stronger together. To all of our supporters, friends, and family, Thank you for being there when the weight of our circumstances was too much to bear on our own, for the laughs that keep us grounded in some of our darkest moments, and for the love that reminds us that what we have is worth fighting for. Thank you.